I forgot to tell you this. I was out yesterday going to the beach in Santa Monica, but I forgot to make videos yesterday because I was out. Plus, I don't have Lego figures with me. But today I'm going to talk about an actor named Sam Niel. He passed away yesterday. It's so sad. I love that guy. He was awesome. This guy is like inspirational for me. You know, the cowboy hat guy who knows everything about dinosaurs? Well, that's just the character. The movie Jurassic Park is what made Sam Neill into a celebrity. This guy used to be one of my favorite actors as a little kid. I thought he was really cool. The guy who knows everything about dinosaurs. Plus, he fights dinosaurs too, but he's like an action hero who doesn't even use guns. He just uses a flare to teach a T-Rex a lesson. It's interesting that this guy didn't appear in the second movie, but he did came back in the third movie. I remember seeing the third Jurassic Park when I was a kid, and I thought Dr. Grant's a really good hero in that film. But I'm glad. But it's a shame that Dr. Malcolm didn't come back in the third movie, but Ellie Sattler did come back. I thought Dr. Grant and Ellie Sattler were married in the third movie. Don't you agree? But she's actually married to a different guy who works with the State Department. Good grief! I thought Dr. Grant's like a father and a husband. But don't you think Ellie Sattler and Dr. Grant were getting along very well? But they're not a couple, they're just friends? Well, that's a good point because Sam Neill's kind of older than Laura, than whatever that actress's name who played Ellie Sattler. Ellie Sattler's like a young girl and Dr. Grant's like an old guy. I don't think they're like a couple because he's too old. But I think Ellie Sattler's kind of like his student or something because she's like a college student studying plants and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't seen the Jurassic Park movies in a long time. When I first saw Jurassic Park as a little kid, I didn't quite follow the story very well. I didn't quite understand all the sciencey stuff like the characters are working for. I'm mostly interested in the cars, the technology, and the dinosaurs, not just the character's profession like Dr. Grant. He looks like a cowboy, doesn't he? Kind of interesting that Dr. Grant's kind of based on Indiana Jones. I have never seen the Indiana Jones movies as a kid, but I've always pictured him as a cowboy running away from the giant ball. But it's kind of interesting that Dr. Grant and Indiana Jones are very similar characters. Both of them are experts in ancient civilizations. Brains is their weapon, of course. I don't know anybody back in my kindergarten years who saw Jurassic Park 3. I should have asked other kids, what do you think of Dr. Grant? I was kind of by myself way too much. You guys are my friends on TikTok. What do you think of Dr. Grant Jurassic Park 3? Do you like that movie? Sam Niel also appeared in other films besides Jurassic Park. I can't think of other movies that he appeared in. I think Jurassic Park is the only movie I know that Sam Niel was in. I kind of forgot that this guy is a New Zealander. I thought he was an American. He does play an American. As you can hear, his accent sounds pretty strange. He's actually a foreigner, not an American. Kind of funny, isn't it? He's actually from New Zealand and Australia? I can't believe it. No wonder why he's an expert in animals. Kind of like Australians and New Zealanders. That's like a stereotype, how these guys are experts in dangerous animals like crocodiles. Those are dinosaurs. It's a little bit sad that we've lost many actors who star in Jurassic Park, like John Hammond died, Dr. Grant died. Any other actors who died? Not really. Jeff Goldblum is still alive. He didn't actually appear in the fourth movie. Chris Pratt is the hero, but he's not as cool as Dr. Grant. But he is a pretty cool hero. The guy who's a trainer of velociraptors. Do you think Dr. Grant should be training velociraptors? I don't think so. He would punch the crap out of velociraptors, of course. Was he in the TV show called Peaky Blinders? It's a TV show about bad guys in Manchester back in the 1920s. I never watched that show, but you can watch it on Netflix. It's a very popular British TV show, but it takes place a long time ago, not in the 21st century. The movie Jurassic Park takes place in the 21st century, not in the 1920s or 1900s whatsoever. Dr. Grant, Sam Niel I've already told you that he came back in the third Jurassic Park movie. In the fifth movie, he didn't come back in that movie, but Jeff Goldblum came back and as a cameo. But he did came back in the sixth movie. That was the first time we get to see Dr. Grant. It's like, hooray! He's back in the sixth movie. It's a shame that he died. Too bad he's not alive enough to appear in the next Jurassic Park movie in 2028. Have you guys heard the news that there's a new Jurassic Park movie coming on 2028 according to Instagram? I don't know if I want to see it or not. I've already seen enough Jurassic Park movies by now on. It's kinda cool to make out of Lego, don't you think? This guy was in other films called Bicentennial Man. It's a bizarre Robin Williams movie about a robot who becomes a servant to a family in the future. It's a really creepy ass movie with Robin Williams. He was in Merlin? What the heck is Merlin? It's actually based on the legends of King Arthur. I've never seen that movie before. I did not know Sam Niel was in that movie. Who does he play? It's actually a TV show from 1998. It's based on the legends of King Arthur. Oh, Sam Niel plays Merlin. So Dr. Grant plays Merlin in the movie? That's kinda cool. Is there any dinosaurs on Merlin? I never saw it, but maybe I will, but I don't know. I never heard the King Arthur stories before, but it sounds cool though. There's another film that Sam Niel was in called The Piano. It came out in the same year as Jurassic Park. It's a story about a mute Scottish woman who immigrated to New Zealand back in the 1840s, who falls in love with a frontiersman. Is there dinosaurs in that movie? No, just a bunch of people wearing old-fashioned clothing. They look Amish, don't you think? Well, he was in another film called The Hunt for Red October. So he plays one of the Russian submarine captains who's one of the henchmen of Sean Connery in The Hunt for Red October. It's a movie about a Russian submarine who defects the United States during the Cold War. Before Jurassic Park, Sam Niel was in the movie called Attack Force Z, or Zed. It's an Australian movie about a commando team during World War II, and he played one of the commando guys. I did not know Sam Niel used to play commandos in World War II. I thought he plays a guy in Dinosaur who fights dinosaurs. He was in Peter Rabbit. It's a movie about a rabbit who lives in England who's kind of like Dennis the Menace. He plays that old guy who's the original owner of that country house where Peter Rabbit used to cause trouble with. And then he passed away, and then some other guy who's the owner of who's the worker in the Harrods toy store becomes the owner of the household. I don't remember that movie very well. I saw it in theaters, but I want to watch it again. It's a cute movie. It's kind of interesting to see how British people live. He was in the movie called A Dish back in the year 2000. It's about a satellite dish that could talk to astronauts during the Apollo 11 missions back in the 60s. It's really interesting that Sam Niel gets a star in many films I've never seen before. Like a couple of movies that look really interesting to watch. I have never seen Merlin before. It looks like a cool movie. I think I saw a little bit of The Hunt from Red October. It's based on a book by Tom Clancy. I thought it sounds like a video game, but that was before the video games were made. It's interesting that The Hunt for Red October is a movie, not a video game. He was in a movie called For the Hunt for the Water People. That was the first film role that Sam Niel gets a star in since Jurassic Park 3 that came out in 2016. It tells a story about a frontiersman who adopts his Maori kid who came from a big city who caused a lot of trouble. And the frontiersman is trying to teach him a lesson not to cause any bad things. And the Maori boy blames Sam Niel as a kidnapper, and they get chased by police officers and decided to flee all over the countryside to hide from cops. Good movie. You should definitely watch it. There's no dinosaurs in it. It's about people. I want you to guys comment below in this video. What was your favorite Sam Niel movie? Do you think Sam Niel was a good actor? Do you think Dr. Grant's a really good movie hero? What's your favorite character in the Jurassic Park movies of all time, ladies and gentlemen? Comment below in the video and let me know.